squidge on in.
Oh, I was starting?
That's it. Everything's rolling, yeah.
Cool.
I mean, as rolling as it's going to be on this complete, absolute joke shop of a podcast. Good God.
Every week I seem to be just like saying, as I enter the frame on the video, I always just be like, oh shit. I always start with that.
It's because we never leave ourselves enough time. What's
we
happening, fella?
What are we
Are
drinking?
you? Punk as fuck IPA.
Nice. That's pretty good.
Hello and welcome back to the MD Vodcast.
Yeah. I feel like we are recording this in Satan's waiting room.
Yeah.
With a really mad back. Although to be fair, they're actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
I don't really want to.
So this is a live podcast from a gig tonight.
Yep.
Down at a gig hall somewhere, or it should be, because this time around, Mark and I say we're on time. As a collective, we were on time. Someone was late.
A wee bit.
Right? Someone wasn't late, but had all the stuff set up.
In fairness, can I just say, you not being late means you were here from this afternoon.
No, actually, I was late for my own deadline by 4 hours.
So you were just a wee bit earlier than me.
Just earlier than you, yeah.
Brilliant.
Anyway, so rocked up today, got everything set up, got these stupid microphones plugged into this thing, and it was all going to plan. Everything was rigged up, ready to rock. Mark rolls in. I was like, bro, shit's ready to go. Let's do this.
To my dismay, I was like, whoa, really? Let's go.
Yeah, we walked up thinking, surely the MacBook would have caught fire, or someone's broken in and we didn't see it and stolen the camera. Yep. But as I went to hit record, he's singing now.
Oh, no.
Fuck my life, he's singing. Someone tell him he's no good. Anyway, a band rolled up. Like, the building I'm in is really basically like it's a mixture of offices, art studios, and recording studios for musicians. Anyway, I moved in the building to somewhere else, to the quiet part of the building, because I was having shitloads of issues with bands. And every time I try to record a video, people just smashing drums, like that gorilla from the bloomin' Cadbury's ad, like that. So this is the quiet part of the building. I've never heard a band play here. Hit record, bang, do with a bass guitar. Ding, 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 ding. Can you hear him? Listen to that shit.
Your actual lights are shaking.
Yeah. Like, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So on that note, Morgan and I are going to cancel the podcast.
So yeah, like, if you listened to last week, you'll realize that this kind of stuff follows us around. So I honestly, I've sort of come to expect it. Yeah. To be fair.
I mean, I'm not sure why. This was supposed to be something simple, and everything seems to be very difficult. So I'm kind of thinking, can you hear him? I walked over to them, right? So he was
like a granny in her slippers.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Get your ball.
Or a rolled up newspaper in my hand. Yeah. What are you doing? Anyway, I walked out down the corridor. All right, the dudes are in a recording studio. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Doors open. I walked in, looked at them, and they all looked at me, and I was like, all right, lads.
It'd have been even funnier if you had just went up and only got there, just dead in the eye. Tune your bass.
That's not an E flat.
Just like totally threw him off. Just like, if you're gonna play it in tune.
Yeah, you've got it all wrong. So I looked at them and I was like, all right, lads, can we close the door to this recording studio?
Yeah.
Just I'm trying to record something over there.
Only the best podcast ever made.
There's 16 people want to listen to this podcast, right?
Yeah. Hang on. Can we just address international?
Are we?
So we made a comment in the last. We made a comment in the last podcast where he was turning off a fan, and he referred to us what a Gronk move, and the guys at the Daily Talk Show.
I mean, that's a Gronk move right there.
Yeah, I don't know why I went to say the Daily Podcast. Yeah. Anyway, they give us a wee shout out and took that wee snippet and put it on their own Instagram.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, that was.
That was.
I got the next day. Mark was like, "Dude, have you seen the tag on the MD page?" I was like, "Nope." I had a look. What? Stuck it up.
Yeah, I don't normally get excited when I see my name tagged on something because it's always like someone's dog, but This time I was like, oh, that's pretty nice. That was very nice.
That was cool. That was pretty awesome. Those guys are doing such an amazing job with their podcast. Every time I listen to theirs and then I think about ours.
But I did the same thing on a walk the other day, and then I had to remind myself at the very start of their podcast, it was like, the Daily Talk Show, or whatever it is. Oh, welcome to episode 400.
I know,
and then you're like, you would have your stuff together, like, at 400, I would imagine.
Yeah. They're kind of like, they're very similar to us in the fact that they have a podcast, but they're completely different to us in the fact that they're organized.
Yep.
They've actually kept to their word. They've been consistent. And their quality's good.
Oh, and by the way, when I said episode 400, and I think they're on 406, 407, in or around there, that's every day.
Yeah.
Every single day. 400 days in a row.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
My brother's video calling me. Not now, fella. Not now. Not now. Oh my God. It's not the time for it, really, is it?
Well, to be fair, we're doing a podcast. It probably is.
Dude, I'm just doing a podcast at the minute. Can I ring you? Can we ring you back? Like, legitimately, it's happening right now. All right, bye.
Is he in like a toilet?
I don't know why did he pick the phone up like this? He's in British Columbia, so he always phones me at really odd times of the day. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, he moved out there, and he sort of works with a company out there called Anthill Films.
Oh yeah.
You see me wearing their hats sometimes. AF. They're basically like a mountain bike film production company out there. He does all their sound design and audio. He should be here. If you're watching this, Joe, get back, sort this out. Maybe have a chat to the dude about his bass guitar.
It's crazy.
Oh my goodness, that's so loud.
That is crazy.
Why is that so loud?
Because we're old AF.
But like, legitimately, right? Like, I listen to that kind of music.
Mm-hmm.
And if I was at that gig, I'd be like, guys, can just bring it down a bit. Because it's a bit... Like, I get it at a gig, but like, why play it? There was a guy down the other end of the building, right? They used to play the drums.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just come in by himself and just do a session on the drums.
Easy.
And I was like, he could have just been like that. But he's like that. And I was like, why is he hitting those drums? I wanted to go in one day, just lift the drums out, throw them out the window.
Do you know, weirdly, I know who that was.
Who?
It's one of my friends, Matty.
Really?
He used to just come in and play drums in the studio.
Just to wind me up?
Yeah. And he is quite aggressive on drums.
Yeah, I get the coming in practicing by yourself, but like...
We've covered this before. You don't play any musical instruments, do you?
No, bongos, maybe. But do they actually count, though?
Bongos? Like, yeah. So I play drums and bass. I play drums and bass. Well, did play drums and bass. I don't play a lot anymore. But like, yeah. Drums is a tough one. Like, I always have that wee bit of sympathy for a drummer because there's not many places where you can go where you don't piss someone off. Yeah.
I mean, this guy's literally in an abandoned building and they're annoying us.
Yeah, no, but that's true. Like, even like, it is tough. Like, I get it. I have my drum set up, and what I had to do was, like, when our band practice was like, my parents' house where we did practice, we had our band room, and then all the houses around us, we had to go and ask them what time's okay for us to play.
Yeah.
And they went, Wednesday between 7 and 8. And that's when we practiced. We practiced twice a week, and it was on. They knew that it was happening.
God.
So we had to.
I'd bet you any money, because if I was the neighbour who agreed to that,
still
I'd have been like this.
Oh no, there was
30 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely.
And stop playing drums.
There was a woman at the back who, like, one day we were playing.
Sorry, what? I can't. What are you saying?
Yeah, like there would come a time whenever like the power for the room was connected to another room, so like my dad would just walk in, hit the plug, and everything would just go off. That was it.
Madness.
But like, so I always have sympathy for drummers and bands because it's hard to get someone to play. Like, I do get it. It's just frustrating. It's right now at this very minute.
Yeah.
But
like,
it is what it is.
You know, all for you chasing your dream as a drummer. Mm-hmm. But if you could just fuck up and do it somewhere else, that'd be even better.
What have you seen those guys? What age
they
were
looked like the same age as us. Like, they looked sound enough, and like their music's actually okay.
No, they're pretty decent.
I'm like, that's kind of like Get Up Kids kind of vibe.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
But it's just like,
I love that this podcast has become like
two old men complaining, noise.
But giving them an indirect review of their music.
Yeah, like guys, you're not gonna listen to this podcast, but just in case you ever do, the music's good. Right, liking the vocals.
Could you do it maybe on Thursday night?
Yeah, if you could just, all I ask is there's a big sign outside, right, that says that should be flashing, recording, jamming session, guys banging drums. We should.
just outside the door, it's like, could you just keep it down for the next 40 minutes?
What if we had recording in progress, like a light box, right?
Yeah.
Then anyone that makes a noise, we could just walk out, knock on the door, and just go, yeah, lads, just point to the sign.
Yeah.
And then just,
Yeah.
for those of you listening, eyes closed, emoji face, shaking.
Yeah.
Nah, buddy.
Yeah,
Like I'm
we
practicing.
should
No,
definitely
not today, guys. There's actually a recording in progress.
Yeah, let's do that. Just get like a sign at the front door, just being like, could you just keep it down? Don't even knock the door. Like 40 minutes, that's all we ask. 40 minutes, it's all the people want.
I've never seen such consistent levels as I have right now, just with that in the background.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much, it's like...
It is great that when you send something that I don't really want to listen to, I can just listen to it.
It's completely avoiding the fan from last week. I mean, the fan's totally irrelevant compared to that. Jeez. Anyway, well, how has your week been? What have you been at?
My week's been very good. I've actually, like interesting stuff. Started doing something new for a couple of different people. I'd said this just before we started filming. Do you ever do stuff for money, and you feel guilty doing it?
Well, it depends what it is. Like,
but do you know what I mean?
You know,
like
you're stealing.
The job is essentially to drive around nice cars.
Oh well, that's.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and cars that like I would never be able to afford, but just drive around in them and like take photo, do a few video and stuff, whatever it is. And like I'm driving around thinking, I should feel guilty about this. I don't feel like I'm working.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? This doesn't feel like anything.
And that does kind of. At the start, I remember like when I started working for myself, coming out of an agency life that was very structured. There was timesheets and that, and I started working for myself, and then I'd have a day where I'd like maybe work like 12 hours in a day, and then the next day I would like do half a day and then just kind of tinker, and then for at least 6 months I had that guilt feeling all the time. I was like should someone really be paying me to do this? I literally haven't got out of my shorts all day. I'm paid to be working. Where if I try to walk into the agency I work in flip-flops, it'll be like that. Back out, go put some shoes on.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so I think
if something falls in your foot.
Yeah.
Health and safety.
HR.
You don't want to be.
So I think like
injured.
I don't know, man. That guilt. I know exactly what you mean by that guilt feeling. It is that feeling. It haunts you for a bit, but eventually it goes away and you just kind of get used to it.
Yeah, because I was driving a really lovely Porsche, and I just went for lunch in it.
You ate food in the Porsche. Like you took it to McDonald's, didn't you?
No, I went for like a really nice sandwich, but it was a bit too full, so it spilled onto my lap. But I was trying to protect it. You know, I was like, oh no, like I don't want to hand this car back with bits of chicken in it. Yeah. But like, I mean, I went for lunch in it. I went and sat in a nice wee spot, took a couple of photos.
Be honest, you did that on purpose. You were like, while I got this Porsche, I'm just gonna drive past places where people who I know might be. And just roll up dead casual. All right, lads.
Yeah.
All right, Steve, you still working at Burger King? Yeah, throw some fries in the boot there, fella. There's a bag of cash in the boot there. Just shift that aside. Yeah, exactly. Pop that McFlurry next to it. We'll be good. Not available from Burger King.
Take it through to get washed. You want to just throw the money over it. Yeah, like that. But it was nice. It was a nice feeling. So it's been a nice week, and the weather's picked up a wee bit. So it was nice, relaxing. Again, it's that thing. I think like if you always hear. Do you ever like listen to like motivational guys, and do you ever hear like people like that, and they always say stuff, and you're like, yeah, whatever. That's easy for you to say. Yeah, you're a millionaire. Yeah, whatever. But then they say stuff, and you're like, if you do stuff you enjoy, you'll never really be working. I think that's where that guilt comes in because you enjoy it. Yeah, I enjoy it. I love cars, like really love my cars, and then I'm getting paid to drive around nice ones and take photos of them. Should be harder. Yeah. So yeah, it was nice.
It is. Well, like I was doing that electric car video there, which was like
wasn't easy.
It wasn't quite a Porsche. But I mean, it was a car.
Still
but
a
I'm
free
not
car.
like you. Like I'm not, like I like the concept. I actually enjoy making the video more than I enjoy driving the car. Yeah. The car was good fun, but for me it was like, I have to get out and film this car. And it's not like and that was a weird one for me because my love there is actually making the video. Yeah. The driving the car is good fun, but yeah, I know what you mean. Like, as you're driving by going, this is like, I'm getting paid to do this. This is kind of mad. And it is a bit of a funny thing. I think a lot of that comes down to when you understand your worth. I think, when, I don't mean, I think when you understand your worth. Because that was my problem at the beginning. I really didn't know what I was worth freelance, and then when you start to, and you'll find this as you do more of those, you'll maybe adjust how you do it, how you approach it, how you plan it, what you charge, and as all that stuff starts to fit in, it becomes more like a job. And now it's like, I find myself, even if it's something that's really, really fun, or like I'll say, like I'll complain, like that slide video.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm asked by the company to come and produce a video about going down a slide. And I'm like, oh. And then I say to someone, they're like, what are you at tomorrow? Oh, I've got a job on. And they're like, what are you doing? I was like, just go down a slide.
Yes,
someone's like,
exactly.
No, what are you doing for work tomorrow? I'm like,
yeah.
No, I'm going down a slide tomorrow. I've got to make a video about it. You know, and they're like, I literally want to kill you right now.
Yeah, like, no, exactly. Like, I mean, that's what I was thinking. The sun was out. This thing had a panoramic sunroof. I had the sunroof down, pulled up, had lunch, and the guys that I'm working for, doing the stuff for, they're really like excited about doing stuff. So like, you know, you can be very creative with it, which is it also takes care of that other side which you're talking about. You enjoy the photo and the video, so it's taking care of it. So it's pretty sweet. It's been it was quite refreshing.
There you go. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah. What have you been at?
Oh my goodness, it's going down a slide. It's really hard work.
Yeah, I was stuck on the grind.
Well, this week was a funny one because I'd had a load of like editing scheduled in. Do you know what I forget to do a lot? This is something that we're thinking about.
Wash.
Well, wash. Yes.
I don't even want to say that.
Check the recording schedule. I forget to. No, I forget to book in editing time. I always just overlook this. So like, I'll get like a bunch of jobs in, and I'll be like, I don't know, 4 video jobs. So maybe I'm filming 4 things, and then I'm looking at the schedule. I'm like, yeah, and then someone goes, can I meet you for coffee to go over this other project? And I'm like, yeah, cool. So then I'll do that, and then I'll be like, oh shit, I forgot. I'm supposed to be editing that thing. And then I end up going, well, I'll just shift the edit. So then I have to push the edit later in the day. It's just one of those things, like I always forget to do it. And then this week, I was coming out of Sunday being like, I'm going to edit this. It's going to be cool. It's going to be edit week. And then very quickly, you get a phone call. Urgent job, can you film? Can we do this tomorrow? And I'm like, oh yeah, cool. So I shift that stuff around, and I'm like, my goodness me, the nice peaceful edit week that I intended on just literally having headphones on and editing all 3 days.
Do you do that thing with editing where you always go, it'll take a couple of hours?
Yeah, and then
it never does. It's always like 10.
Yeah, and you know what? You know what was worse is I got down to the point where like I was editing something yesterday, and it was the hard drive I was working off was like it had about 15 gig free on it. And then every time I did anything, just bladed a clip, beach ball. I was like this, blade. Move the cursor, blade.
Bro.
Staring at the beach ball, going, I'm gonna kill it. And Pamela, I was working from home as well, so Pamela can hear me going, for the love of God, hurry up. And then I like start doing things that my dad used to do, like when I talk to it, like it's an idiot. Come on, you stupid computer. Oh, and then when it does it, I'm like, oh, well done, computer. You did what you're supposed to do, you little fucker.
Getting all close and whispery.
Yeah.
Listen here, you fucking computer, you fucking start working.
If you don't render right now, I will smash you to pieces.
Yeah.
Good God, lads. So like, and my dad was so funny for that growing up. Like he would do that with everything, absolutely everything. So he'd be like outside, nail, right? I mean, he didn't just nail and hammer things, but if he had a nail, he'd be like, bang, right? And they were like, you know the way when you hammer a nail in and maybe you commit too early to that fully released hit?
Yeah.
You know, you're like, tap, 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 now it's ready to go. Whack with a hammer, and it just bends.
Yeah.
Or worse, it just comes out of the hole, flicks it off, you know, it's like, big, big, bang, shit. And you know, like, I should have just held on a little bit longer, held on to the nail, 2 more taps, and then anyway, he's the kind of guy that would chat about that to it, you know, he'd be like, bang, 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 bah! Oh, right, hammer, right, I see what you've done there. I've gone to hit you in, and instead you've just fucked the nail down the street. Brilliant, great. Come along, and then you'll hear him walk off, and he'd pick the nail up, and I've picked that trait up, and I do it now all the time. And Pamela's just like, Dylan, enough, dude, enough. And it's with everything I do.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is. Like, see if something doesn't plug in or like something doesn't work, I'll just talk to inanimate objects. You know, like, and sometimes I'll get like. Sometimes it'll go from talking to fighting. Like, I'll fight a chair. You know, like if you walk into the kitchen, you stub your toe.
Yeah.
Now, on most days, if I stub my toe, I'll be like, fuck, walk off. Right? No. But if I'm having a day where, like, I've been watching a beach ball spin for the last 12 hours, then you roll into the kitchen. I feel like I'm talking really quick to the tempo of that music, by the way. Yeah.
It is kind of like we are moving with it.
It's a bit mental. So I've had these days where basically I'll like walk into the kitchen and I've had, I don't know, like a whole load of beach ball in or something stupid going on, and then I'll kick my toe on the bottom of the chair, and I'll just be like, you know, been Family Guy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
And I'll go like that for a bit, and then I'll walk over to the chair and I'll just look at it, you know, just look at it and go, you little fucker, right? You wanna be there when I'm walking. Let me show you what I do to chairs. And I'll just be like, Pamela will just see me throw the chair out the door, dive in the chair like straight out the deck, and she's just like I break things like that quite often.
Really?
Just like very calmly.
Do you not think like, do you also get in that scenario when you've done something like that where you've hit your toe, or even worse, you get up and bang your head off a cupboard, that one, and you're like, it's just like that second delay before the pain kicks in, and then you just hear from the other room, are you okay?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Yeah.
And then you've got to explain what you did, but you're already in agony, and then you're like, I fucking hit my head, like, you know.
Yeah.
Do you not hear me hit my head? Were you not there? Do you not see the blood? You know what I mean? Like, they should know, and they're like, it's only concern. Do you know that happened to me? I'm going to get quite dark, but it happened in that scenario when I actually collapsed with the heart thing.
Oh yeah.
I hurt my back that night, so I was complaining about a bad back, right, the whole time. So whenever I went to bed and got up, and then I don't know, go back and watch, you know what's wrong with me. But I got up out of bed, and then whenever I collapsed, I was sort of on the ground, right, in pain, and I could hear from the bedroom, what did you get up for? So you know your back's sore?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like,
I get
I'm
that.
dying.
Yeah.
Like, I'm literally dying.
Because I don't know. I just had to get up, and they're like, "Well, just lie there and wait it out."
Yeah, like what do you want me to say? Like, yeah, you're right. Sorry, I'll just die, quatter. You know what I mean? But that's what I remember. And even Lindsay, like, will joke about it. Like, remember that time I nearly died, and you were complaining about my back? Like, that was yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, but it is though. You're right though. When you do bang your back or your head or something like that, I've had a few where I've hit my head and just been like, you know, just like cricked your neck, just looked at it and been like, I'm coming back for you. I'm coming back for you later on.
So we're getting that. So it wasn't Pamela that removed the cupboards, it was you banged your head one night and just removed them all. Do you know what I do to cupboards?
Yeah. This is how this podcast will end. It'll just be a clip. All right, lads, is that your bass guitar? Let's have a quick look at it there. Don't ever again. Just walk out. So there's
see the light?
You've seen this. There's a story in my family, right? So when we were growing up, South African, we had pools, right? We had swimming pools. Tough life, right? Anyway, had swimming pools.
Humble brag.
And there's this like famous story with my uncle. So my uncle, he's also got the gene of anger. Like my dad's a bit more mellow. My uncle's like a nut, and I'm like my uncle.
Okay.
Like, it just snaps.
So is your
like
brother dead chill?
Yeah, my brother's really chilled out. Like
he seems very chill.
You'll need to push him very hard before he snaps and gets really angry. He's got a lot of control when it comes to that stuff, but I don't, and I'm like my uncle. So there's this famous story we all tell everybody all the time. It's like the best Osborne related story. He was coming home from work. He used to run a travel agency. Why that's relevant, I have no idea. So he's coming home from work, and he had the pool. I don't know if you're familiar with a thing called a creepy crawly. Creepy crawly is like a brand of effectively a swimming pool vacuum. It's like a little machine. Looks like an octopus. Looks like a jellyfish mixed with an octopus.
In Northern Ireland, a creepy crawly's a fly or something to move.
So a creepy crawl is this thing, and it's like imagine like a vacuum cleaner-y thing, right? Like a Henry Hoover vacuum pipe.
Okay.
With a big machine at the end with this like sucker, like flaps, and it moves around the pool.
Okay.
And it basically sucks up all the dirt, cleans the algae off the pool, sucks it into a tank. It's just like having a vacuum cleaner in the pool that runs the whole time. You have to program it in and be like, right, set it up. How big is the pool? Where does it need to go? How much of it does it need to cover, pick up, all that sort of stuff. So anyway, he got this new creepy crawly, set the thing up, walked off, went to work, came back, and he's like, oh, okay, cool, it's done. It's done the majority of the pool. It's missed this little part in the shallow end, so gets the...
So wait a minute, does someone control this, or does it do
it
automatically?
No, it's just, it does it automatically. Kind of like those vacuum cleaners that just bounce off stuff.
Okay.
This basically you put in I don't know if it's as tech as you put in the dimensions of the pool, but you just you basically program it to do like a circle, and it like basically spirals in on itself.
Okay.
Until it gets to the middle, and then it like spirals out, and it sort of drifts around. But sometimes it'll come out of the water. I mean, that's a disgusting sound for anyone who's just listening. But like flap out of the water and then back in again. So he'd set the thing up, and he'd buggered off to work. He came back and it hadn't done this small section, so he's all right. Switch thing off, pull it out of the water. You got to fish it out. So he put his briefcase down, took his suit off, and got in his like shorts and t-shirt. Came out, took it out, fixed it, adjusted, tweaked it. You know, it's kind of like bleeding brakes or adjusting gears on a bike. You just little screwdriver twists it, adjusts its threshold, send it on its way. Goes to work, comes back the next day. It's done it again. He's like, all right, fine, it's done that bit, it's done that. Oh, a bit annoying. It's missed this part of the step. Mm-hmm. Everyone takes that whole process again. He does this like 3 days in a row. Okay. He's tweaked this thing. Now by now, this thing should be working. So he comes home from work, and my auntie says the two of them had come home, and she was standing in the kitchen, like looked out over their swimming pool, and she saw him walk out with a briefcase. Now, you ever seen that film? God, what is that? What is that film called? It's the cover is just a guy like man down or man. So it's just a photo of a guy standing with a briefcase with his back turned, and he's just had a bad day at work, and he's just attacked everyone that's pissed him off. What is that movie called? Can't remember. But
Office Space?
No, it's not. No,
Office
another
Space
great movie. Actually, I'll come back to that. But he so she looks and he walks across the garden, his briefcase in hand, walks over to the swimming pool, and she sees him stop, and then just like his shoulders drop, and he looks in at the pool, and then all she saw was him drop the briefcase, and he just dives into the swimming pool in his suit, in his shoes, grabs his creepy crawly out of the pool, drags it out. He just comes out of the water, arm on the side of the pool, creepy crawly, smashes it up on top of the side of the pool, just basically beats this creepy crawly to death. Yeah, man. Smashes it to bits. Then just jumps out of the pool in his suit, soaking wet, gets his briefcase, just walks into the house and just goes, I've got down to the DIY store again, you creepy crawly. Just walked off.
Then all in the background, your auntie just starts hoovering all the bits she's missed.
Under the sofa. Do that now, quick.
Oh, flip, it's coming. Oh no, didn't do that upstairs. Jeez.
The creepy crawly's just lying there in bits.
Dear me.
And I was like, so we've always joked about that, and he's done it with hammers, like just smashed up benches and stuff, and I'm just like, every time I lose it and just attack something, I'm like, the old creepy crawly. That's exactly what that is. So that's
in fairness, knowing that now, in light of that, it's interesting how all of this equipment has survived this podcast.
Yeah. Worked on it a lot.
Yeah.
Pamela helped me a lot with that. I used to get I was never like punch a wall angry, you know, but it's always stupid shit.
But it was never me. So it was never like a problem.
Yeah.
But it's just like irritating.
Yeah, she was the one to calm me down. It's like,
really?
That doesn't need to annoy you.
It takes a lot for me to
I've got 2 locks on my door, right? And it happened a couple of days ago. I was locked the bottom lock, lifted the key up to lock the top lock. I've got like a lanyard thing, hooks on the door handle, just enough to stop the key turning 100 and whatever degrees it needs to turn the lock. And I'm like, oh shit, oh fuck, right, okay. Undo the thing, unplug the thing, and then I take it off very sarcastically. Yeah. Come along, little lanyard. Off you go. There you go, you little fuck. And then I lock the door. And it's like things like that, you know, it's just like, but like shit like this, all these cables just hanging out.
Yeah.
Doesn't really bother me. Like, it's really funny. Like, it's really.
I get what you mean.
It's really stupid
it's things
stuff
that interrupt your flow.
Yeah, like that day when we got mucked about with the cars and the key thing, like that was just so past stupid. Like, it was just so past the problem. It doesn't bother me. It's stuff that like just little stupid shit.
If you'd have banged your head in that process, triggered, car's wrecked.
Yeah, back of the car. How do you flip a car? I don't know. Flipped up on its side.
It's just a battery and wheels. Light as.
Yeah, it's it is quite funny. Like, it is those stupid little things. Right. Completely off topic there. What were we talking about?
Your uncle wrecking stuff.
Oh yeah, my uncle wrecking stuff.
Creepy crawlies and that.
My aunts will probably listen to this and be like, I know who that is. I know which one that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's I don't know, like, but
creepy crawly, I don't know who it is.
Jesus, lads, we didn't ask for feedback.
Dad joke.
And that's what the podcast is.
Yeah.
So on the DIY side of things, don't know if you saw what I did. If you follow me on the gram, you'll have seen what I did this past couple of days.
Was this your wall?
Yeah.
Did you do it yourself?
Yeah.
Did you actually?
Yeah, legitimately. We have a kitchen dining room, and we also have a living room. 3 rooms. wanted to make them into.
Honestly, this podcast has just been you bragging about what stuff you got, dude.
I have a
swimming pool one time. I got 3 rooms. Do you know what I mean? It's just Dylan flexing on us.
So 3 rooms, right? And I wanted to make them into one. So for ages, Pamela and I have been like, basically our living room's like so dark. So like at nighttime it's great, you know, it's nice and cozy, it's cool watching TV. But summertime it's really dark and cold and drab. And we're like, right, what are we gonna do about this? How can we fix this? So our back like kitchen living room thing, I can't not listen to the music.
They're pretty good.
I'm just thinking like this is just gonna be it's gonna feel like we have a soundtrack. I bet you any money we get fucking done. You know, YouTube's got, do you have the rights to that music? No, we wouldn't even pay for them.
Yeah, that their bass sound through a wall.
Yeah.
No. We withheld the copyright.
You'd be surprised. I had an Instagram video pulled down, like blocked from Instagram when I was in California because there's a freaking song playing in the background.
No way, really?
Yeah, just pulled it down. Wouldn't play it. It was like I played it in the UK but didn't have the rights to play it, and I was like, what's going on?
No way.
Ridiculous. Yeah, just because there was a song playing in the restaurant or bar or something we were in the background. Ridiculous. Anyway, so converted the wall. I just thought like, all right, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's knock this wall through, turn it into one room. So I got a jigsaw out, cut a hole. Not a jigsaw puzzle, like jigsaw.
You're not worried about like hitting wires and stuff?
Well, that's why I got the jigsaw out. Just cut a hole in it. All right. Looked in and realised I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. So
but you'd already cut a hole in your wall?
I'd already cut a hole in the wall. I thought if I cut the hole, I've got to do something about it. So then got on the old blower. And by the old blower, I mean Instagram. Does anybody know a builder? Got hold of a builder. Builder bounces out. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And he comes in and he's like, yep. He's like, all I said to him was like, look, is this, it looks like, I mean, it's a stud wall, but like, all I know about stud walls is that that's what they're called. So I was like,
yeah. Brilliant. It's a stud wall. No, it's not. It's pure brace block. Yep. That's what I thought.
You know when you do that.
That's why you're a builder.
It was my builder equivalent of when you kick a car tire and go, yeah, she's a good one.
Yep.
I just sort of was like, yeah, that's just, I'm saying to Pam like, yeah, it's a stud wall. Oh, we'll just knock that through.
Did you have a vest on? A vest
There's
on?
one
Like
of those belts.
A cup of tea in your hand? Oh, that's going to be 3 weeks work. That's a stud wall. And she's like, what's a stud wall? Stud wall?
Yeah. It's a good looking wall.
Just say stud wall over and over again until she's convinced. Yep, stud wall.
Yeah, I basically did
There's
that.
no wires there because I've done a real professional method. I've just cut a hole and I've looked.
And also, right in the middle of the wall, I cut the hole right in the middle. It wasn't like I'll cut it discreetly in the corner. I was just like, right in the middle. Because then I said to her, she's like, what's the hole for? And I was like, just to check inside. And she goes, what do you look?
Ever heard of a stud hole? That's a stud hole. That's where you look for stuff through a hole. When you just make something to eat and come back. Put the kettle on.
Yeah. She said to me, what are you looking for? And I was like, I don't know, wires, I think. She's like, for what? I was like, I don't know. Look, there's plug sockets. I was like, listen, right? Listen to me. You don't know what you're talking about here, right? It's plug sockets at the bottom of that
vest and a belt.
I didn't buy this tool belt for no reason. In a checkered shirt. I should do that next time I build. Just be a checkered shirt. So I'm standing there. I cut this hole in the wall. Thought, right, I don't know. Turns out, as I looked in, I don't know what I'm doing. So builder comes in. As I look, I said to him, is this a supporting wall? Can I knock it through? Because the way the house was, it had been renovated. And I just want to know, like, look, it was really weird because I kind of wanted somebody to come in and tell me if I could do it myself, which is the equivalent of someone going, can you just pop around to my business and tell me if I can make a video myself?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was kind of, but I kind of wanted to do it because I do so many things digitally that I was like, I like doing things hands-on just for a change.
Do you do that thing where you're like, because I have a couple of friends who are really good at just making stuff, like unbelievably. Like my friend was like that lamp, and like I'm talking like this beautifully carved flipping lamp in his hall, and I was like, yeah, it's amazing. Where'd you get that?
TK
like,
Maxx?
I made that. I'm like, what? Like he probably lased it out, like everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
you know what yours would look like?
Oh,
2x4s drilled together.
Yep, absolutely.
A bulb just hanging out the side.
Yep.
Lamp.
Spray, paint it whatever color you can get.
It's abstract. It's shit looking.
Yeah. Would you mark my lamp? But yeah, I've got a load of friends. Did you ever get like that where I always like, so they'll be talking to me. So I was wanting to do way back when I wanted to do like a van conversion, and my friend was like, it's so expensive, blah, blah, blah. And my friend was like, I'll do it. I was like, nah, no way.
Yeah.
I've watched those videos. There's no way.
Yeah, I watched YouTube. I know that's hard to do.
I know that's pretty tough, but in my own head, I'm like, I would wish I could do it myself.
Yeah.
So he's like, nah, I could do that. And he's breaking it all down, and then I'm getting excited. I'm like, how much for it? Wow, that's amazing. You could do that? And he was like, yeah, no problem. I'm like, what? No way, that's amazing. And then in my head, I'm like, all right, there's no way I'm getting... So picture the scenario. I do have a van now, empty shell, right? Mm-hmm. We're in my driveway. Mm-hmm. I've bought all the stuff, and this dude's going to come, my friend is going to come over, and...
I've done the hard work. I've got the things. You're going to make them into a van.
And you're going to flex on me because you can do stuff with wood?
Yeah.
Wow. So you're going to flex on me now because you can make stuff? Yeah. No. That's not how it happens.
So I've got my own wood. Yeah. Right, and you ain't touching it.
I've got a belt on. You know what I mean? I got one of those there.
You won't try like this. Pencil in the ear, fella.
Yeah, exactly.
Business.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I want to like walk around with, you know, like those shorts with like work boots, socks on. Yeah, like, you know, like they're dusty. I look dusty.
Yeah, you've bought the dust. You've gone around home base. And we have the concrete bags that are leaking. You just like
I've just rolled
brushed them. Just brushed them.
Yeah, no, I've got Lindsay to pull me along IKEA's floor. I look like a bit. So I look like I know what I'm doing. And there's no way this dude's flexing on me on my own thing. So I'm like watching stuff, and then I realize I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Come to think about it, great. I'll see you on Saturday.
Yeah. I'm really bad for that exact thing. You know, which is why I plumbed in that tap in the corner there. Turned it on. I was like, well, that's working a treat. And I was like, oh, why are my shoes wet? Turns out it's a double inlet, right? Which is not a technical term. That's just what I've called it. Okay. Which means it's got a hot and a cold inlet right into the tap. And I've only got a cold pipe. And I forgot, like, oh, you're letting cold water into the cold thing. Mm-hmm. I thought it would just go in and out the tap, which it did. But it also went out the hot inlet, which I thought, surely that's an inlet. It's a one-directional pipe. It's not. Just came straight on my feet. So I was like, oh, shit. So then I said to Pamela, I'm going to have to stop past the hardware on the way home. And she goes, oh yeah, why? I tell her the story. She goes, what do you need to get? I was like, just a stopper. She's like, for the pipe? Yeah. She's like, what's that for? It's because on the end of the pipe.
Got this image of you walking into the hardware, like the plumbing place, and I got there, can I get a stopper? And he just goes, what's that? And you just turn and walk out. Yep, Pamela, they don't have any.
Yeah, do them. I'll order online. Google, what is that you want to see? Oh man. And I basically was that guy. So she was like, yeah, no way. So I rock into the hardware store. It's B&Q. Let's not make it out like it's any more professional than it is. It was B&Q. I roll into B&Q plumbing section. Yeah. I'm looking for stopper. Like,
don't have them.
I'm like, God. And then the guy comes over and he's like, "You okay, sir?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm looking for like a stopper cap for a 1/3 by 15 compression pipe." And he goes, "What?" And I was like, "Oh shit, I have to say this again." So I was like a stopping cap, basically like I've got a compression pipe, and he's like, "All right, to go at the end of a pipe to stop like a tap pipe, stop water flowing out." I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh yeah, I'll get just over there." There they were, and they were called something like end cap or something like that. But I was like, oh, I got away with that. Walked out. Result. He probably thought that guy hasn't got a clue what he's doing.
Yeah, there's been times where I've walked in and when like went in for something like, do you know, like something to fit on a drawer, like the handles on drawers. They do like fancy ones.
Oh yeah.
I went in for those, and came out with like a weird color of teal paint. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Yeah. I don't even pretend. Like I will give it a go. I'll give everything a go. I just don't even know what I'm doing. I'm pretty much the same with cars. Actually, I know a lot about cars, but like if anybody asks me to do any work on a car, nah. Yeah. Change a wheel.
Yeah.
Maybe brake pads.
Yeah. I went to change brake pads once and then realized when I Googled how to do it, I was like, nah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, where my brother, I talked to my brother and he's like, out there, yeah, it's easy. I'm like, all right, must be easy because he knows how to do it. And then I go to look at it, I'm like, nah, it's not easy.
Do you ever take your car into a mechanic and then tell them? I was having a conversation on Instagram with a guy called Johnny about this. Do you ever take your car into like a mechanic or like in for the tire shop, and then like tell them what's wrong? I can't do that at the doctors as well. You roll in, like, all right, lads, tire place, and you go, there you go, give him the keys, and the guy goes, what's happening? And you go, yeah, just the Kia out there, and he goes, yep, cool. What's the problem? And then you don't tell them what You don't just go, oh, I don't know, this car, it's shaking when I drive. I go, I think the rear caliper might be seized. You know, and he's like, I doubt it, but I'll have a look. And then they walk out and they're just like, bell end. And then, you know, they walk straight and they go like that. Well, he's missing a wheel. You're supposed to have 4 wheels on your car, sir. All right. Yeah. It could be that as well. Always go. I literally phoned my mechanic today. I was like, hello, fella. Can I drop my car into you? And he goes, what's up with that? I was like, just getting like a real like strong smell of fuel fumes. Yeah, it could be a fuel leak, or I don't know, maybe an oil leak or something. I have no idea.
Yeah.
There's a smell. It smells like petrol.
Yeah.
I'm driving the car, and he goes, is she leaking? And I was like, this is legitimately what I said to him. Well, no, actually, I can't see like a real obvious leak in the driveway in the car place, but I got under her yesterday and had a look, and it's a little bit wet at the fuel sump. And he just goes, it sounds like she's leaking, bring her in. I was like, he's basically gone, fuck's sake, this twat thinks he knows.
What he said there was, I'm not getting into this anymore with an idiot.
Yeah, bring it in, I'll have a look, you twat.
I'll judge
That's because one time I heard someone go, check if there's a crack on your fuel sump. And I was like, yep, what's that? And I think it looks like a sink under your car.
Yeah.
And now I say to Pamela, just go look at the sump. And I'm like under the car tapping on it. Like, I don't know about you, but I open the bonnet of my car a lot when there's issues.
Yeah.
Pop the bonnet, look at it, and then go,
still don't know now.
Yep. And Pamela's like, what's up with that? I was like, yeah, I'll probably have to take us to the mechanic. She's like, probably should have done it before you opened the bonnet.
But you know what? I kind of, like, there's things I want to know more about. Like, I would love to be able to do, but I've never been in a scenario where I've had to know. Does that make sense?
And this is why I knocked through the wall, because I said to Pam, the reason I do these things myself is I want to know how to do it. And like I'll build shit and like do real stupid stuff, and she's like, why are you doing that? I was like, because one day we're going to have to knock through a wall, and I'm going to be able to go like this. I can do that. And I did. And that was because of the other bullshit that I built along the way. And that builder came down, looked at the whole thing, and then he says to me, I was looking for wires, and he said to me, that building's, that's fine. You can knock that wall through. There's a support beam. Your floor. He said things that I'm now going to relay to other people at some point, like my own knowledge. He was like, yeah, well, your floor beams are all running easterly, which means your walls are running north, whatever way it was. That means that there's a supporting wall here. Now, this house is built, when was it built? I was like, 1960s. Right? Like, you know, like just two builders chatting here. Yeah, 1960s. And he says, right, and this, I was like, well, this was converted. This used to be a dining room, living room. I'm telling him all this shit, like it means anything. And he goes, yeah, that means when this was built, are there any marks on the outside? And I was all like, I'll check the exterior. So there's me, like, who says that? I'm outside. No, there's no marks on the outside here. And he goes, all right, cool. That means that there was a support beam put in here when it was constructed. And I'm just like, right, cool. And I'm looking at him thinking, what does that actually mean? And
but
I was
you
like,
said this. That's what I thought.
It's like,
that's what I thought. Is that what I said, Pamela? Did I say that?
Didn't I tell you? Support beam from construction. So I was like, right, yeah, cool, nodded. And I was like, do you mean when the house was built that they put a beam in there? Like, Pamela wasn't here at this point. And he was like, yeah. I was like, right, cool. So obviously when he left, I said to Pamela, yeah, it was just like, during construction, they obviously put a beam in here. I relayed it off myself. So then he says to me, right, well, just hop in here and we'll have a look, see where this drywall ends, see where the stud wall finishes all this bit. And he says to me, take a hole out of it. I'll let you do it at your house. I don't want to wreck it. Because he was a friend of a friend. He was doing me a solid, just literally giving me this advice. Cut a wee hole in there, fella, and we'll have a look. And I was like, now I'm starting to sweat. I'm like, fuck, he's standing there.
Did you have Jess in front of him?
Pamela's dad's standing there. He's a builder. And I was like, I have to drill a hole in the wall. Now, how would you cut a hole in a drywall?
I would phone someone and get them to do it.
Okay, if they said, Mark, quickly, fella, cut a hole in that drywall. Well, just about the size of like a
one of my first jobs that I ever did was installing air conditioning, and one of the things that I had to do was there was a room that you had to go into, but like my boss was standing in the inside and I was now on the outside, and we had to just bore a hole through the wall to put the pipes out of.
Bore a hole. That's the word right there. Yeah.
And then
fill in the feeder pipes in. Class.
Absolutely. I'm there in my new boots. My fleece. It's a bit nippy, eh?
Yeah. Steel cap boots. Yeah. And also blisters on the back.
Yeah. So I was outside. He was trying to relay message to me through, and his words were, get the Kango.
Yeah.
That's what I remember. Yeah. And I was like that. Yeah, no worries. Walked to the van and realised, what a fucking
Did we drive in a Kango? Yeah, I could have sworn it was a caddy.
I don't know. He was smoking cigars. Maybe that's one. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I turned around, but I was like 16 and really nervous. I didn't want to look like a bit of a wab. So I turned around and was like, what's the Kango? And he was like, the orange drill. I was like, gotcha.
Yeah, that's the 1-4 drilling holes in walls. Got you. Thanks, Steve. I'll get it for you now, pal.
So I got this Kango, but it was a drill. It's a big, huge drill with a hammer action, so you can actually, but you have to set it to what you want it to do.
Yeah.
So if you have a Kango and it's like a chisel thing at the end, just like
or it's a drill. I've actually got that setting on mine.
Yeah.
My drill.
From your holster. But but yeah.
Just shirt off, moves bouncing. What are you doing, Dylan? Just fucking drilling a hole into the stud wall.
Well, actually, if you'd have Kangoed it, you'd have knocked the whole thing down. But here we go. So I'm like, he's shouting things through the thing. The drill, I had it set to the drill motion. Yeah. Didn't realize. I'm now like, got a big chisel thing in the end, into the wall. Just started spinning, and he was going, turn it that thing, but I couldn't hear what he was saying. I was getting more and more like flustered. I didn't even know what he wanted to do. And then he was like, turn it hammer, and then he just like ended up like losing it, walking out of the room. But the walk round to where I was like 7 minutes. Jesus. And he got right beside me, he just hit the switch, went, that fucking switch.
Yeah, and
I was
like, what are we trying to do, dude? Trying to Kango the wall or fucking...
I know, what are we doing here? What are we doing? I thought we were just two dudes.
Yeah. I thought we were just two guys in brand new steel cap boots, boring a hole in the wall.
Yeah, and you go make it all frosty.
Bore your own hole.
Yeah.
Sir.
Well, that's what I wanted to do. I thought we could be
it's
like...
a pilot hole. That's what you say, things like that.
No,
just
like...
fire a pilot hole in there.
I knew that. I thought you just want to come around and like, be bros outside.
Yeah.
But anyway, cool. I'll do that now.
Yeah. I'll jackhammer it now.
But it was, and for punishment, he made me Kango a trench for like to put a grease trap in, and I had to Kango a trench probably from that wall to that wall over there in solid concrete. I was there for 3 days.
That sounds horrible.
And I think he just done it just for badness. But there I was, every day, bro. No headphones, no nothing. Just like there I was. Left that job pretty quickly actually.
Yeah, I probably fired.
Yeah. So like I've got this impression, if you like. Do you ever see Officer Dooley from the Scary Movie?
Yes.
I just imagine that's you, but a builder.
Yeah.
Talking to
pretty much, yeah.
Talking to
just nodding stuff like.
Here, by the way, see you're here, Mr. Builderman. Do you need any stoppers put on your? Do you need a plumber? Do you need a plumber? Do you need contracting work?
Yeah, just while you're there building, you wouldn't have a quick look at the stopper pipe I popped on. If you could see the plumbing under my sink, next job is I'm going to replumb my sink in my kitchen. Because currently, right now, I've got all the pipes that are underneath it, right? Yeah. And I this is no joke. The pipes under my sink started to leak. They're just the white PVC pipes, right? So I put a bit of a PTFE plumbing tape on it, as you do. That's literally like the window lean of my working life. Like, I'm just like Pamela's like, "Well, do you need any more of that?" I'm like, "Bit of PTFE."
Exactly.
Tape that no one, like, I don't really understand how to use because it's not sticky, but it just stops everything. So it's just this PTFE stuff wrapped over everything.
Yeah. And then it got in the sump.
Yeah, you just whap out around your sump. So it just kept the whole basically the plastic pipes kept dropping out of the sink. Yeah. So now, and they've been like this for 2 years. There's a jar, and on top of that jar is a tape measure wedged in between the jar and the pipes, and they just hold. And the rule is, don't put anything near the jar because it's holding the sink together. It's been like that for 2 years. Get around to that. The thing is, a plumber will come round to do something else. I just go turn the water mains off. Don't touch the jar. Why? Everything will just fucking fall out.
And I bet he fixes it in like 4 seconds.
Like that. Just put a bit of PTFE.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, you've done this inside out. The sticky side's on the wrong side. Gotcha. So anyway, so I go to the wall. He's like, drill a hole through the wall. I was like, right, here we go. So get up there. And I'm thinking, I'm going to drill the hole the way I drilled the hole. So I had like a long stick with a blade bit at the end of it.
Noah's toy.
Yeah, one of those
the drill bit disappears him.
What are you doing? Why are you tickling that wall? So this like, it's like some sort of woodworking thing for like, I don't know, like sinking a hole to put a fucking screw in. I don't know. It wasn't like a regular drill bit. It
a pilot
like,
hole?
What?
Oh no, you're talking about a thing that does like a core, like
yeah, like a coring drill bit.
Of course, yeah, one of those.
So I was like, that'll go through because it's a decent size, straight in, right? because it was the only one that was there when I lifted some of my box sausage drill bits. And then I got my jigsaw, popped the jigsaw in.
Yeah.
And then went. Now, I would say I'm fairly good with a jigsaw from years of helping build skate parks.
Yeah.
Right? By fairly good, I can turn it when I...
Yeah.
Little bendy bits, right?
Yeah.
So I pop a jigsaw and did an oval, right?
Yep.
But missed the top by an inch.
Mm-hmm.
So went oval shape, too high by an inch, and then had to come down.
Okay.
So it was an oval shape, oblong with a hard-edged oval. And I'm on the ladder. I'm like, there you go. And as I cut round it, I then shift and then knock the bit of wood into the stud wall.
Yeah.
But it falls down the back. I'm all like, look at the builder guy. And you know what he says to me? Bastard. He goes, well, you can see you're not a builder. And I was like, yeah, that's why you're here. Yeah. What,
you're all like all deflated and you read two belt now.
Yeah.
On mate.
Oh yeah. Pamela just gives me the receipt to take it back. Take that back a little.
Aw.
Just got that.
Take off your check shirt now.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Unbutton
What dusty boots.
I was a builder.
I'm a real boy. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I'm one of you.
So anyway, then he fucked off and I was like, right, smash that wall through. So I did. Just took a
pretty good.
10-pound sledgehammer.
In fairness, it did actually look pretty
Yeah.
decent.
It was pretty good. Like I had to cut it into. I did it like a complete idiot, but it took ages. The house was covered in dust. Knocked it all through. I phoned my dad. I was like, "Knock that wall through, fella." And he was like, "Oh Jesus Christ!" I was like, "Come past and have a look." And he's like, "All right." He walks in the door and he goes, "Oh, that looks good." I was like, "Of course it looks good.
Yeah.
I'm in the trade, all right?
Yeah.
I'm in the trade."
In the union.
And he was like, I was expecting to come around and just see a big hole just cut right through the middle of the wall, but actually it looks pretty good.
Sweet.
So I'm just doing a bit of plastering.
Uncle Derek would have done it in 4 seconds if
Yeah.
it didn't work.
Yeah. It doesn't. So I'm doing a bit of plastering at the minute. Just learning to do plastering. That's kind of been fun. That's very difficult.
Plastering is hard.
And I've been plastering the ceiling, putting the bits back in the ceiling
Brutal.
that we cut out. So it's good though. It's coming together well.
Always have bad backs, plasterers.
Do they?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they're always like this.
Oh yeah.
Above their head. And you always
right.
put pressure in the back. Always have
And
bad backs.
Sore eyes from plaster.
Yeah. Fucking always covered in dust.
Yeah.
Like me when I'm doing work.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah. Sweet. Cool.
Anyway, so that's what we've got to this week. That's
Mm-hmm.
It's been good fun. We've had a soundtrack. I didn't know what was going on when they stopped playing. I thought our backing music, you know when you're listening to an edit and then the music runs short, and you're like, oh,
or do you ever watch one of those how-to videos and like they just use the same track but it just ends up on a loop? They don't even bother to change that track. I thought that's what's happening.
Painfully, there's a guy that I watch who uses a song that I used for like my first intro. Oh god, this is gonna make me look really stupid now.
Mm-hmm.
The first ever intro.
Nothing that we've set up to this point will make us.
Well, no, nothing. We're okay up until now. I'm about to ruin it. So my very first YouTube video, I put this like song. I think I literally googled free music for YouTube, and then this guy arrived and he was like, "You can use any of my songs for free." It's sweet. He had 6 songs.
Okay, cool.
Alright, fella, cheers. Download one, throw it in as an intro. And it's like it was that whatever that tune was at the beginning. Anyway, this dude has used it dimmed down in the background of his fucking talking over video. Do you know what the video is? It's this game that my kids play and watch where basically you start as a fish and you eat a fish and then you get bigger.
Okay.
Like grow bigger fish.
Okay.
And literally they'll watch like a 20-minute video of a dude playing this fish game and this song plays in the background. And I just walked in like, can we turn off the fish game, guys? This is like, first of its shit. Second of all, it's embarrassing when you hear someone else use the same song as you, because you think you've discussed. You're like, fucking
it's
right.
Not, you think you've made it fit really well and everything, and then you hear someone using it, and you're like, does my stuff look or sound as bad as that? Like, you know, I thought I was doing something really like pioneering here. Music's always, it's killer. Always killer.
Well, right now,
literally
killing us.
Literally killing our ear holes. Although they are pretty good.
Yeah, they're all right. Well, maybe pop in on the way out and just say,
be like really like angry but complimentary.
Yeah.
You know, I get that.
Music was great. Fucked up everything we were doing.
Yeah, no, don't worry about us, guys.
Great,
don't worry about us. Sweet, we're cool. We'll get enough.
When's the album out? Oh, it's not coming out.
All right, you're just
fucking around then.
You're
That's
just
cool because at least we're all doing the same thing.
Yeah, you're just escaping your reality.
Yeah,
that you work in a shop.
Yeah, great.
I got real bitchy there. Like, I don't even know why.
I mean, we are just two guys.
We're doing the same thing.
Sitting in the. I mean, when you think about, if you zoomed out from us here, Like right now, I always laugh at these situations. Right now, this is our everything. You know.
Yeah.
You, me, some £20 microphones, alcohol-free beer.
It's very good.
Bunch of players. You know, zoom out.
It's nothing.
See Belfast. Zoom out. Northern Ireland. Zoom out. See the world.
I know.
Irrelevant.
Yeah. So I don't watch space programs ever.
Yeah.
Scares the life out of me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fuck space.
Yeah.
From the MD Vodcast.
Yeah.
Is it even real? And that's for another podcast, not now.
So how long have we got there?
Right.
Wow, we've went over. We even said we're going to stick to 40 minutes. We've went over it.
Yeah.
But you know what? When it happens,
Blame
it
it on
happens.
the music. Anyway, so that's been good. So thanks very much for tuning in to episode 2, which just became two guys having a rant, talking about building. If you need any building done, you can contact us through the links below. You know, we're gonna do that. We're gonna fix cars, build stuff in houses.
Yeah.
If you need a whole board, Mark's there. I'm there to tap, to like stop your taps if you need that done.
Yeah, leaky taps. What's it called?
If you need us to have a look at your leaky taps, give us a shout. Use code DILTAP1.
Yeah. If you want anything bored,
listen to episode 3 of this podcast.
Yeah. Cool. All good.
I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah. That was us.
Right. Thanks very much, and catch you later.
Yeah. Next week. Hey, we did it as well.
Yeah, it was good.
2 in a row.
2 in a row.
Plan.
Nice.
Yeah. Catch us next week.
Sweet.
Bye.
It would be really cool is if we didn't have these horrible blue cables.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was trying to find a way to not make it look shit. Because I was looking back at the last week's and I was like, wow, that's just 100% cable.
It's just we've went through every expense to try and make it look a bit cooler, and
well, not every expense. You know, £25 microphones.
Yeah, you know what I mean.